Okay, well, there's a very unfortunate story in the news, and the only bright side of that for me always is that you guys reenact it. Mm-hmm. And that makes it all better. This is a tragic story. It's very dangerous giving your teenagers driving lessons. In one case, very recently, a mother was killed. She was teaching her daughter how to parallel park. This was in their yard. The daughter, according to police reports, possibly got confused. What was the gas? What was the brake? She ran over her mother.
She stopped. The only way you can do this is just people press down on the accelerator and they panic.
Yes.
And because people, and I don't understand it because people do that thing, well, you're scared. You don't know how you would react. I know I would remove my goddamn foot from the thing that was piling over my mother. They don't do it. They just keep their foot pressed down and they plow right through the marketplace.
Well,
How would I know that?
This is what happened. And unfortunately, the mother was trapped under the Chevy Cavalier. Police were dispatched. Emergency crews lifted the car. Unfortunately, the mother was pronounced dead on the scene.
Yeah.
But fortunately, you two will be reenacting it. Dave, who will you play?
Wonderful. I know. So sad.
How about I'll be the girl who drove the car.
All right. I will play the father.
Receiving the
news.
That mom is gone.
All right.
We'll run out of time. Maybe pick it up on 2 rings.
I'm sorry. Because 2 sounds desperate. Hello?
Daddy?
Jamie?
That's right.
Oh, fantastic. Good to hear. I feel like I should tell you that just because your mom and I, well, we've been separated for a couple of years. I still love her, and I love you, and I hope the driving is going great. I know you got your permit. I'm very excited for it.
Today was the big day, and some good news and bad news as far as that goes. You know how you say, Mom, you always say, like, I always say, like, why? Was it me? Is that why? And you always said, no, it's because Mom didn't listen. Mm-hmm. Wow.
What happened? She didn't take you to get you failed the written test at the DMV?
No, that went swimmingly.
You got that? Okay.
Yeah, it went great.
Okay, well, hold on. You put a scratch in the side of the Chevy, didn't you? What'd you do, catch a tree branch or something when you were backing out of the driveway?
Kinda.
You did. So you put a little ding. Well, all right, I know Manny over at the body shop's going to have a good laugh about it, but I'll bring it over there and he'll pop that ding out.
Well, there's a different kind of body shop that's going to have to get involved on this one.
What, are you telling me there's suspension or alignment problems?
Well,
we're not going to put it up on the rack or anything, are we?
No, but there are going to be some expenses that I think you're going to be legally responsible for.
Okay, I'm listening.
Well, like I say, good news and bad news about the driving test.
Mm-hmm.
Big news. I just want to tell you, I have my driver's license.
That's my girl. I'm so proud of you right now. I couldn't be prouder.
Yeah.
I've never been prouder of a human being.
Now, I was doing some practicing.
Mm-hmm. That's my girl. 10 and 2, by the way. Look left, then right, then left again.
Yeah.
I always say that.
I thought
as a former driving instructor, I got to tell you, it makes me proud as your father to see you now finally climb behind the wheel of a motor vehicle.
Thank you. And I thought that those tips were more than enough for me. But Mom.
Yeah. And by the way,
you gotta practice. You gotta practice.
Don't say anything to Mom, but I'm looking to reconcile real soon. As a matter of fact, I bought a ring that cannot be returned. I paid cash for it, and I'm going to present that to her on her birthday, which is coming up.
Oh.
Yeah, I want you to be there.
Wow.
This is going to be exciting.
This leads me to the
Then we all
news.
go out to dinner to celebrate. Once again, an intact family.
Well, here's the bad news.
What happened?
I can't. I'd love to come over right now and have dinner and tell you some stuff, but the car's been impounded, and I'm calling from the morgue.
Got another parking ticket, and you're
no.
visiting.
No.
What?
I'm calling from the morgue.
The morgue?
Yeah, the morgue. That's the bad news.
I don't know what your teenagers got a new word for everything. What is that? The mall? Is that what you're calling the mall these days? The morgue.
That's where they keep the dead people. Yeah, and
sell shoes.
No. See, I remember I was talking about the practicing, and Mom, she's always like,
Couldn't
you
be
gotta
prouder.
practice!
Oh,
you
yeah.
gotta practice!
I'll tell
I was
you.
like, Dad taught me already! But
Yep.
she's like, no, you gotta practice!
No
and I said,
greater
that's why
driving
Dad
instructor.
doesn't like you! And then, so... I was doing some parallel parking practice.
Good. I always say you should practice that.
And,
you never, ever have somebody guide you in when you parallel park. And I've told you that many times because that can be dangerous.
You should have mentioned.
Mom is right there in the
You
passenger
should have
seat.
mentioned that same tip to Mom because she did get out of the car, and she was. I don't know about driving, and I was doing some practicing, and I was focused on a number of things. You always tell me, like you said, 10 and 2. I was thinking about that.
All right. So what happened?
She went behind the car. I didn't tell her to do it. And one thing led to another.
Is she under the car?
That's right.
So she's just checking the tranny fluid, and then you'll be on the road again?
She's under the car. Under the car.
Check.
Like,
So it's up on jack stands, right?
The car, well, she's not technically now under the car,
Oh,
but
thank
she
God.
fell under
She's
it.
going to have to clean her up because we're going out to dinner tonight.
Here's what happened. I drove, she was under the car, and then I thought like, what was that? And I drove forward, and then I drove off of her.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And then I was like, oh, that must be a speed. And I went back, and then that's where the car stayed until the police came and pulled her dead body out from underneath it. She's gone.
Okay. Well, I still want to go out to dinner tonight because I want to introduce you to your new stepmother.
I'm in, Daddy.
I got text message during
Will
the
you
call.
buy me a new car?
Yes.
That other one's got a bunch of red stains all over it now.
Oh.
Scene.
I'll tell you, that scene with a heavy heart.